The instant the ancient stone door began to shift, a deep silence fell over the entire site. For generations, this underground chamber had remained sealed, untouched, and hidden from the world. Many historians believed whatever lay inside had been lost forever. But when Rick Lagina and his team finally managed to open the entrance, nothing could have prepared them for what they were about to find. A blast of cold air rushed out from the darkness. As the team stepped closer, they noticed strange symbols carved into the chamber walls, markings that no one could immediately identify or explain. Then, beneath layers of dust, debris, and stone, they uncovered an astonishing discovery. Experts estimate the value of what was found could approach $480 million. Yet the most intriguing detail isn't the potential value of the discovery. What has received far less attention is the condition of the chamber itself. Rather than resembling a vault designed to protect treasure, it appeared to have been deliberately sealed as if its purpose was to keep something contained inside. So what exactly did Rick Lagina uncover beneath Oak Island? And why are some researchers describing it as one of the most mysterious discoveries ever connected to the island? The evidence points to a story far stranger than anyone anticipated. By the end of this account, you'll understand why the discovery has captured the attention of treasure hunters and researchers across the globe. Season 13, Episode 29 of The Curse of Oak Island begins with an atmosphere filled with anticipation. A cool morning settles over the island as a light mist drifts across the landscape, creating a sense that something significant is about to happen. Rick Lagina and the team assemble around an old, long-forgotten well. For years, it had been dismissed as nothing more than a basic water source. Now, however, new evidence has completely changed that perception. Recent underground survey results have transformed the neglected site into one of the most promising and intriguing locations ever investigated on Oak Island. Armed with some of the most advanced technology available, the team prepares for a more thorough investigation than ever before. They bring in sophisticated resistivity scanners, underground density mapping systems, and advanced magnetic detection equipment, all designed to reveal what might be hidden beneath the surface. Marty Lagina expresses confidence that if anything unusual exists below ground, the technology should be capable of finding it. As the scanning begins, the atmosphere quickly shifts. Data appearing on the monitors reveals unusually strong metallic anomalies buried approximately 90 to 110 feet beneath the surface. What surprises the experts even more is the density of the detected material. It appears significantly heavier and more concentrated than the surrounding Earth, creating a pattern that doesn't resemble any typical geological formation. One specialist quietly notes that the readings are unlike anything normally expected from natural underground conditions. Rick studies the monitors in silence, his face reflecting both curiosity and uncertainty. After a moment, he admits that he has long suspected there was something unusual about the ancient well, and suggests it may have served a purpose far greater than simply providing water. Moments later, another startling development captures everyone's attention. The latest scan results reveal what appears to be a large hollow space beneath the ground, spanning nearly 20 feet across. Team members exchange uneasy glances as they begin to grasp the significance of the discovery. At that point, the investigation is no longer just about searching for treasure. It has become a quest to uncover the true purpose of a hidden underground structure, one that may hold secrets buried for centuries beneath Oak Island. Rather than providing answers, the discovery raises an entirely new question. Could this long-forgotten well be hiding the entrance to a secret underground network that has remained concealed for centuries? As the investigation continues, one mystery dominates the team's discussions. What lies between 85 and 110 feet beneath the surface? With additional resistivity surveys underway, tension begins to build inside the control room. The data appearing on the monitors is unlike anything the experts anticipated. The scans reveal an area beneath the well with a density significantly greater than the surrounding ground, suggesting that something below is behaving very differently from normal soil or natural rock formations. Examining the results closely, the team's geophysics specialist explains that while underground anomalies are not uncommon, Seeing them arranged in such a structured and organized pattern is highly unusual. As the equipment explores deeper levels, the magnetic responses become increasingly powerful. In some areas, the signals are so strong that technicians must recalibrate their instruments to ensure the readings are accurate. At roughly 95 feet below the surface, one particular metallic anomaly stands out. The signal remains remarkably consistent and stable, as though a solid object has rested in the same location for decades, or perhaps even centuries, without disturbance. Rick carefully reviews the information before sharing his observations. He notes that if the anomaly were simply a natural rock formation, the readings would likely appear irregular and scattered. Instead, the signal looks unusually clean, concentrated, and well-defined. As the evidence accumulates, opinions within the team begin to diverge. Some experts caution that Oak Island's underground landscape is extremely complex. Centuries of tunnel collapses, flooded passages, shifting soil, and geological activity could easily create misleading results and distort modern scanning technology. Others, however, begin considering a far more intriguing possibility. They wonder whether the instruments may be detecting something deliberately created by human hands, rather than a natural feature. The excitement grows when several of the detected signals appear to align in a nearly perfect straight line. One engineer points out that nature rarely produces such precise geometric patterns, adding another layer of intrigue to the investigation. At this stage, the team is faced with two very different explanations. Either they are witnessing one of the most convincing geological illusions ever encountered on Oak Island, or they may have discovered the first credible evidence of a hidden underground system connected to the island's legendary treasure. Realizing that scanning technology alone cannot provide definitive answers, the team decides to take the next step: physical drilling beneath the ancient well. As drilling operations begin, anticipation spreads throughout the site. The drill passes through layers of soil, rock, and waterlogged clay exactly as expected. For a while, everything proceeds routinely. Then, at approximately 102 feet below the surface, the situation changes dramatically. The resistance against the drill suddenly decreases, causing the operator to slow the equipment immediately. The unexpected shift suggests that the drill may have entered a very different type of material, or perhaps something else entirely. Moments later, a hollow echo travels through the monitoring equipment. The sound creates the distinct impression that the drill is approaching an empty space below. Inside the control tent, conversations come to an abrupt halt. Team members watch the monitors in silence, fully focused on the developing situation. One engineer cautiously offers an explanation, suggesting that the sound resembles what would be expected if a cavity or underground chamber exists directly beneath the drilling location. The possibility sends a wave of anticipation through the team. If the interpretation is correct, they may be closer than ever to uncovering one of Oak Island's deepest and most closely guarded secrets. The team's next round of underground imaging produced results that were even more compelling than before. As fresh data appeared on the monitors, researchers identified what seemed to be a large hollow area extending approximately 22 feet beneath the ancient well. Although the exact shape of the space remained unclear, the evidence strongly suggested the presence of a substantial underground cavity. The discovery immediately sparked new questions. Could this hidden void finally hold the answers to one of Oak Island's oldest mysteries? What concerned the team even more was what surrounded the cavity. Along its outer edges, the scans revealed a series of straight, organized patterns. Unlike random geological formations, these structures appeared remarkably deliberate, resembling the outline of a tunnel or a man-made passageway. As everyone studied the images in silence, Rick Lagina finally shared his thoughts. He acknowledged that if the anomaly truly turned out to be a hidden chamber, it could represent the most important discovery ever made on Oak Island. Excitement spread rapidly through the crew. Some researchers speculated that the underground space might be an ancient storage vault that had remained untouched for centuries. Others suggested it could be connected to the legendary flood tunnel system that has long been part of Oak Island lore. Despite their differing theories, the team largely agreed on one point: The formation did not look like a typical natural geological feature. As discussions turned toward lowering a specialized camera into the cavity, anticipation grew across the site. If a genuine chamber existed beneath the well, the mystery that had baffled explorers for more than 200 years could be approaching a historic breakthrough. After uncovering evidence of the massive underground void, Rick Lagina concluded that technology alone would not provide all the answers. In Season 13, Episode 29, he directed the team to revisit centuries-old records, historical documents, and hand-drawn maps in hopes of finding clues that earlier researchers may have overlooked. What they discovered during their investigation surprised everyone. For several days, historians and mapping experts carefully examined fragile maps dating back to the 1700s and early 1800s. Many of the symbols and markings remained difficult to interpret. However, when the location of the ancient well was compared with an old Portuguese-style sketch, an intriguing pattern began to emerge. Near the well appeared a distinctive circular symbol, accompanied by several markings that resembled underground pathways. At first, researchers assumed these markings represented old water channels. But historian Charles Barkhouse noticed something unusual. In his view, the symbols looked less like natural waterways and more like routes that had been intentionally designed and constructed. The mystery deepened when another map, believed to date from around 1795, was added to the analysis. Several hidden lines stretched across the eastern side of Oak Island and appeared to converge directly on the same ancient well. This observation inspired a new theory among the researchers. The markings could represent sections of a carefully engineered flood tunnel system built centuries ago. For generations, stories surrounding Oak Island have claimed that hidden flood tunnels were designed to protect a secret treasure by making direct access nearly impossible. Now, for perhaps the first time, historical maps and modern underground scan results seem to be pointing toward the very same location. As he reviewed the evidence, Rick reflected on the possibility that if the symbols truly represented underground tunnels, explorers may have spent the last 2 centuries searching in the wrong place. The idea was both exciting and unsettling. If the maps were accurate, the ancient well might not simply be another feature on Oak Island. It could be the key to unlocking a mystery that has endured for generations. Following the mysterious metallic readings, the discovery of a large underground cavity, and the surprising connections found in historical maps, viewers witnessed a side of Rick Lagina that rarely appears on camera. Standing quietly beside the excavation site, Rick gazed at the ancient well in silence. It was as if years of searching, setbacks, and unanswered questions were replaying in his mind. For more than a decade, Rick and Marty Lagina had dedicated countless hours, immense effort, and substantial resources to unraveling the mystery of Oak Island. Along the way, they faced flooded shafts, collapsed tunnels, failed excavations, and countless disappointments. Season after season brought moments of hope, only for those hopes to be challenged by new obstacles. Many experts dismissed the treasure legend as little more than folklore. Skeptics often argued that the island contained nothing except layers of mud, rock, and endless speculation. Yet this moment felt different. Turning toward Marty, Rick quietly wondered whether generations of treasure hunters had been searching in the wrong place all along. A noticeable silence settled over the site. Even Marty seemed unsure how to respond at first. For the first time, multiple pieces of evidence appeared to be pointing towards the same location. Underground scan results, historical records, and geological observations all seemed to converge around one forgotten feature: the ancient well. Speaking with more reflection than excitement, Rick admitted that he had always believed Oak Island was still hiding one final secret. And now, more than ever, he felt the team might finally be getting close to uncovering it. Several crew members were visibly moved by the moment as well. What had begun as a treasure hunt had evolved into something much deeper. It represented years of persistence, sacrifice, determination, and hope shared by everyone involved in the search. As discussions turned toward what might be hidden beneath the ground, Rick's attention appeared to go beyond any potential financial reward. For him, the true victory would be seeing a lifelong dream finally fulfilled and answering a mystery that had fascinated him for decades. While the underground chamber and unusual metallic signals had already generated enormous excitement, perhaps the most surprising development of Season 13, Episode 29 came when experts began estimating the possible significance of the discovery. At first, no one expected the numbers to be so remarkable. Using density measurements, magnetic response data, and estimates of the cavity's size, geophysical specialists prepared an initial assessment. Their analysis suggested that the underground void measured roughly 20 to 22 feet across and was located between 90 and 110 feet beneath the surface. Even more intriguing were several areas where the metallic responses appeared dramatically stronger than those detected in the surrounding soil. During the evaluation, one mining consultant noted that if the readings were being produced by gold-bearing material, the potential value could be extraordinary. Researchers then compared the new findings with discoveries made throughout Oak Island's long history. Previous excavations had uncovered old coins, historical artifacts, fragments believed to be parts of gold chains, and traces of precious metals. Each discovery added another layer to the island's legend and fueled speculation about what might still remain hidden. However, this latest anomaly appeared fundamentally different. Unlike earlier finds, which were relatively small and scattered, the newly detected signals suggested a much larger and more concentrated underground target. The size, consistency, and strength of the readings led experts to explore several possible scenarios, each more intriguing than the last. As the investigation continued, one thing became increasingly clear. Whatever lay beneath the ancient well had the potential to become one of the most significant discoveries ever associated with Oak Island. Based on the available data, experts initially produced a cautious estimate that placed the potential value of the underground discovery somewhere between $180 million and $220 million. However, the projections changed dramatically when researchers considered another possibility. If the underground cavity turned out to be connected to a larger tunnel system or an extensive hidden vault network, the estimated value could rise significantly. Under the most optimistic scenarios, some projections approached nearly $480 million, an amount equivalent to more than 4,000 crore rupees. For several seconds, the control room fell completely silent as team members processed the staggering figures. Rick Lagina eventually broke the silence, noting that even if only a fraction of those estimates proved correct, the discovery would still rank among the most remarkable moments in Oak Island's long and mysterious history. Despite the excitement, not everyone was ready to draw conclusions. Several geologists urged caution, explaining that unusual mineral concentrations or naturally occurring underground rock formations can sometimes create misleading scan results. They reminded the team that only additional exploration and physical evidence could determine whether the readings pointed to a hidden treasure or simply another fascinating mystery beneath the island. Even with differing opinions among the specialists, one conclusion was becoming increasingly difficult to dismiss. Something unusual appeared to exist below the surface. As more evidence accumulated, members of the Oak Island team began to wonder whether the island's legendary treasure stories might be based on something far more substantial than centuries of folklore and speculation. While discussions about the potential value of the discovery captured much of the attention, another mystery soon emerged. If a hidden chamber or underground tunnel network truly existed beneath Oak Island, who built it? This question became a major focus of the investigation as Season 13, Episode 29, shifted attention toward a closer examination of the ancient well itself. For years, the well had been regarded as nothing more than an abandoned water source. However, new camera footage and detailed structural analysis encouraged experts to take a fresh look at its construction. As researchers carefully reviewed images from inside the well, they noticed something unexpected. The stone lining along the interior walls appeared unusually organized. The blocks seemed to have been positioned with precision, suggesting deliberate engineering rather than the random effects of natural erosion or simple excavation. After studying the footage, one engineer commented that the structure looked carefully planned and intentionally built. The surprises continued when drilling operations recovered several aged wooden fragments from deep underground. Preliminary laboratory assessments suggested that the timber could be between 200 and 300 years old. The discovery immediately reignited long-standing theories surrounding Oak Island's legendary flood tunnels. According to island lore, an elaborate underground flooding system was supposedly constructed to protect valuable treasures by directing seawater into any shafts dug by intruders. The system would have made access to hidden chambers extremely difficult and helped preserve whatever secrets lay below. With the latest discoveries in mind, some historians began questioning whether the ancient well itself might have been part of such a sophisticated network. Adding even more intrigue to the investigation, underground scans revealed several straight, tunnel-like anomalies extending to depths approaching 100 feet below the surface. Because naturally formed caves and geological voids rarely display such precise and organized patterns, some researchers cautiously suggested that parts of the underground system may have been shaped, or even constructed, by human hands. While definitive proof remained elusive, each new piece of evidence seemed to strengthen the possibility that the ancient well was far more than a simple water source. Instead, it may represent a key component of a much larger underground structure, one that has remained hidden beneath Oak Island for centuries. Standing quietly near the excavation site, Rick Lagina took a moment to reflect on everything the team had uncovered so far. As he looked towards the ancient structure, he admitted that it no longer appeared to be an ordinary water well. Instead, it seemed as though it had been built with a far more significant purpose in mind. That realization marked a turning point in the investigation. What had started as a search for hidden treasure was becoming something much larger. The growing evidence suggested the possibility of a carefully planned underground system, one that may have been constructed centuries ago by people with remarkable engineering knowledge and resources. If such a network truly exists beneath Oak Island, it would represent more than just a historical mystery. It could stand as an extraordinary achievement of engineering, raising new questions about who built it, why it was created, and what secrets it was meant to protect. With each new discovery, the story becomes even more fascinating. Hidden structures, unexplained anomalies, ancient maps, and centuries-old legends are beginning to connect in ways few people expected. For those captivated by lost history, legendary treasures, and unsolved mysteries, the search is far from over. Every new clue brings the team one step closer to uncovering the truth behind Oak Island's greatest secrets. And if recent discoveries are any indication, the most surprising revelations may still lie ahead. The next breakthrough could change everything.